no matter what. The Ironheart. To those Descendants who have connected to me, thank you for answering my call. This is Albion, the last bastion of humanity. Many lives have been laid before the Ironheart. I wish to help humanity. My system can locate the Ironheart. However, my functions were damaged after I was separated from it. If I can access the data left by my creators, the ancestors, I should be able to find a way to restore my system. I appeal to all Descendants who can hear my voice. Please help me to restore my system. Take me to the Ancestors' facility.
A system that can find the Ironheart. What is it exactly? Alpha, it looks like the guide is speaking to another Descendant nearby. I've uploaded the details of the conversation to the command console.
Based on this, the guide seems to be more AI than spiritual being. Any Descendant who's been contacted by the guide, please report to... I didn't expect you to be speaking to the guide. I thought you were headed straight to HQ. Well, first off, well done on the mission. It was a difficult one. Karel showing up in person, even I was concerned. Since your operation, a strange phenomenon has affected Descendants. When you said there was hope, were you talking about the guide?
All clear.
To be honest, I suspect that the guide is either a new Vulgus weapon or a new enemy. It's clever claiming to be able to find the Ironheart for us. Who wouldn't want to believe that, if they're desperate enough? That is how traps are laid. Everything has a price. My staff officers, however, seem to have a different opinion. Enzo and Nell have proposed verifying the guide's credibility by fulfilling her requests. And the truth is, we currently lack any leads on the Ironheart. Enzo and Nell have determined that if the guide can close the gaps in our knowledge, it will be worth it. Luckily, there is an Ancestors' facility within the territory we occupy. We plan on making contact with the guide there. Descendant, this is your next mission. I would like you and Bunny to bring the guide to the Ancestors' facility in Kingston. Deploying the Descendants who have been in closest contact with the Ironheart is our best bet. Bunny, I know you're recovering from your injuries, but I'm sure you understand the importance of this. I'll order the Investigative Corps to provide support. I hope we see some results, whatever the outcome may be.
Bunny, you'll need to equip a new suit before you leave. I've already notified the Ordnance Department.
The new suit? It won't be taken out of my pay, right?
It will be deducted from your pay, naturally.
Ah, damn it.
Welcome, Descendant. Please, do not be alarmed. My appearance has been configured to facilitate communication. I am linked to the Arcade of Descendants. I can appear wherever you may be. But I am incomplete. At present, only you, Descendant, can see or hear me. I need you to help me fully restore my system. Only then can I help humanity.
Ah, there you are.
I'm Marcus from the Investigative Corps. I have orders from HQ to escort you, Descendant. This way, please.
Do you have a question? Thank you for all your hard work during the operation to retrieve the Ironheart. The results of that operation were disappointing, but we'll keep looking for other ruins. The Investigative Corps will always support the Descendants. Speaking of which, we heard you're heading to the Ancestors facility in this area. The facility was once used as a research center by the Magisters, before it was abandoned. I never thought we'd be going back there again. It's been deserted for a long time. Anyway, let me take you to the facility. Sit tight. Security Corps, this is Lieutenant Marcus from the Investigative Corps. We have orders from HQ to open the gate to the Ancestors facility. Security Corps, do you copy? This is Lieutenant Marcus from the Investigative Corps. What's going on?
Support! This is Security Corps. We're under attack from the Vulcans. We need support!
Security Corps, respond! Security Corps! Damn it! Descendant, it looks like the Vulgus have arrived. Comms are already down. Use the emergency communicator to contact HQ while I try to get a handle on the situation. Descendant, be careful. Vulgus signals are being detected from inside the communication center. There comes. These bastards. This doesn't feel like a simple raid. They seem to be after this place.
A Descendant has arrived. A perfect trophy for Lord Carell. This is Commander Greg. Deploy the assault ship. Eliminate the Descendants. All networks within Kingston are currently down. The emergency communicator has also been taken out. This is the first time they've launched such a large-scale attack. We must reactivate the communications repeater and secure the emergency communicator before it's too late. In order to reach the communications repeater, we need to secure this base first. They'll be attacking from all sides using their assault ship and transmission devices. Use caution.
Huh? I just got here. What's going on? Kingston being invaded?
You're here, buddy. Good. Kingston's entire network has been knocked out by the Vulcans.
How are we going to communicate? You guys can't use these.
We can manage short-distance communications, but not long-distance. We need the emergency communicator back online.
Ah, so that's why HQ has been so quiet. I'll check on the other outposts. Where am I going?
Go to the base near the theater ruins.
You got it. Headed there now.
Johnson, I know you're trying to use the weather as an excuse to skip the evening shift again. If you need an excuse to do anything, it should be to practice your spearmanship. This may be our home territory. Our neighbors are definitely up to something.
Come on, Graham, we don't have anything valuable here. And our great knights will be able to hold anyone off. More worried about.
Yes!
Wait until you're my age. You're right.
Come on up!
No more tricks. Try and take the day off, Johnson. I'm going to report it.
It's not, I promise.
Ah! All gates have been blocked. And it looks like we've lost all our soldiers.
Lieutenant. All these bastards.
I'll try to go around.
I'll leave you to it. We'll join you once the communications repeater has been activated. That stopped the gunfire. Should be able to enter the communications relay base. Find the communications repeater in this building. Once it's reactivated, we can use the last of the remaining communicators. Damn it. Vulgus forces have managed to infiltrate this far in. Protect the repeater until it's fully reactivated. Let's hope the last emergency communicator is still intact. Descendants, they're aiming for the emergency communicator. You have to hurry. Lost the last one. Okay, Descendant, you should join Bunny at the theater outpost. I'll send a sitrep to HQ with the emergency communicator. Wait, Vulgus signals are spiking. What the hell?
You're getting closer, Descendant. But my work here is already complete. All forces, extract the ancestral data. Transfer it to my command center. I will personally deliver it to Lord Canal.
Vulgus signals are coming from the Magister lab. Isn't that HQ's target? Oh, this isn't good. I need to report this to Alpha immediately.
Descendant, do you copy? We've received the sitrep from Kingston. How the hell did this happen? Do my staff still think this is all a coincidence?
What exactly do you mean by that, Alpha?
Things went south as soon as the guide arrived in Kingston. And not only that, but it seems the Vulgus are after the same target as we are.
Alpha, that's probably because the enemy has the Iron Heart. I don't think it has anything to do with the guide. We'll have answers once we investigate the Ancestors' facility.
It's too late for that. The Vulgus have surrounded the facility. Descendant, we need you to retake the base seized by the enemy. HQ will review the direction of the operation in the meantime. Over and out.
The invading Vulgus forces are establishing positions. We need to clear out the building before they really dig in. I'm picking up enemy transmission signals. Be careful. Descendant, I've been informed that the Vulgus transmission system has very limited range. This means there must be an enemy command center somewhere in Kingston. sightings of a powerful Vulgus unit. If we defeat him, the rest will retreat. All Vulgus transmission signals have ceased. Great job, Descendant.
Descendant, Alpha has authorized access to the Ancestors' facility.
If you can call that authorization.
It's not your concern. We've exchanged some harsh words, but I will handle it. I decided to go ahead. I had no choice. I respect Alpha's prudence, but I do not want to waste what might be our only opportunity to work with the Guide. If our results at the Ancestors' facility are positive, Alpha will change his mind. Which is why I leave it in your capable hands, Descendant.
The Vulgus have established a field power plant in the area. It seems to be linked to the Magister lab. It must be destroyed.
Wait, hold up. Do not shoot at or blow up that power plant unless you want it to explode. You need to detonate the circuits using a high voltage fuse. The construction corps captain will show you how to handle this, so listen carefully. You need to find the facility managers among the enemy forces. They'll be carrying fuses. Once you get your hands on them, stick the fuses on the generators. That was the final generator. Ha! I bet they weren't expecting us to use the fuses like that.
Vulgus field generators we find will be handled using this method.
This is the Ancestors' facility. I hope I can find something we can use to restore my system. But the Vulgus commander has already ordered his troops to extract the data. Are we too late?
Ancestors' data should not be underestimated. Not only does it have immense capacity, it's also quantum encrypted. Magisters who worked here doing research have said that full data extraction is impossible.
Magisters? Do you mean the technologists who were once allied with the Vulgus?
More importantly, the enemy is after the Ancestors' data as well. Can anyone think why?
Nothing comes to mind. My only guess is that this place is somehow connected to the Ironheart. I'll know once I have the data. Unfortunately, none of the Ancestors' data remains in this terminal. I did check the other terminals, but it seems the Vulgus were successful with their extraction.
That can't be right. If it were possible to fully extract the data, then the Magisters would have already done it.
Until recently, it would have been impossible for the Vulgus as well. However, if they have someone on their side who is very familiar with the Ironheart, then it will have been achievable. By applying algorithms from the Ironheart to military applications, electronic warfare capabilities can be improved. I recommend we investigate the other terminals.
Descendant, did you come here looking for me? Or did you come to witness the superior technology of Vulgus? Commander of the invading Vulgus forces. It is a shame that I am unable to face you directly.
This terminal also does not contain the Ancestors' data. However, Descendant, I sense the transmission of the Ancestors' data is happening close by. That is most likely where the enemy command center is located. As the enemy sealed off Kingston's network, transmitting data over a long distance would have been impossible. This means we still have an opportunity to retrieve the Ancestors' data.
The success of this operation will lead us to victory. Just how much do you plan to rely on that guide?
You prefer to keep sending in the investigative corps? How much time have we wasted searching for the Iron Hearts without any leads? Alpha, this is the best opportunity we've had in a century.
Or it could be a trap. The Descendants are Albion's only hope, and now it's like they have a parasite attached to their minds.
This way, Descendant. It seems HQ is faltering. I understand. After all, HQ shoulders the burden of protecting humanity. It is difficult for the fate of humanity to be placed into the hands of something only a few can see. Descendant. My purpose is the same as yours. Trust me. Do this, and you will retrieve the Iron Heart.
There isn't much time. Descendant, I apologize for my temper. I should also apologize to you, Nell. It seems the divide between our opinions regarding this operation may be too great. I did not authorize the investigation of the Ancestors' facility because I trust the Guide. My intention was to prevent the Vulgus from accessing the Ancestors' data. Which is why, regardless of whether I trust her or not, that data must be retrieved. Bunny has identified a number of Vulgus facilities located in the direction of the Grand Square. If we investigate them, we should be able to track down the location of the Vulgus command center where the data is being held. As for the Guide, let's continue that discussion after this operation is concluded.
Some decent weapons, thanks to the great veteran. Isn't that great?
I'll need to get a move on. Excellent timing. I just happened to be mid-battle. Help me by protecting the radar over there. Thanks to that, we can track down the enemy command center. So it better not break. maybe our radar really is bothering them. Let's show them what an electrifying attack looks like. Looks like they're falling back. Great job. I'll need to get a move on. Ha-ha! Got it. The enemy command center has been identified.
Great work, Bunny. You kept at it until it was done. Thank you.
It's all thanks to everyone who worked hard to find the clues. So, are we planning to hit them right away?
You've already been injured by Karel, so full-scale combat is out of the question for you at the moment. A different Descendant will be tasked with the strike on the Vulgus command center.
I wanted to help.
Descendant, get the coordinates of the command center from Bunny and prepare to attack. Over and out.
Did you hear, Alpha? Time to swap ships, partner. To be honest, I wanted to be the one to capture the Vulgus commander. How infuriating. The operation to retrieve the Ironheart failed, and I got injured. Ugh! That leaves a bad taste in my mouth. I should go swap out my weapons and upgrade my modules if I don't want to be defeated again. Guess I'll head back first. Good luck! See you in Albion!
Intruder alert! You're finally here, Descendant. I thought you were simply here to stop us. But now I see that wasn't the case. You also got the Ancestors' data, and I'm afraid I can't let you take it. Transmit the Ancestors' data to Lord Farrell! Quickly!
Descendant, if you see the Vulgus data transmitter, please destroy it. At that range, I'll be able to intercept the transmission and secure the data. It's imperative we prevent the Ancestors' data from falling into Karel's hands. Ancestors' data packets detected. Transmission is taking place close by. We will all be at risk if you do not stop them. Hurry! You should be able to see the data transmitter shortly. I'll prepare myself.
destroying the device. Is this data not your objective? All forces, protect the transmitter at all costs.
Great job, Descendant. I will collect the Ancestors' data. Please focus on the battle. Data packet collection, 90% complete. Descendant, I'll look for the final data transmitter. Wait, the location is...
Descendants, did you want to stop the data transmission? I have the final transmitter. You will be defeated!
Descendant, we need to follow. The data transmission is almost complete.
Time to try out your great gift. Pursue. Descendant! Die!
Data packet collection 100% complete. Data integrity verified. Descendant, you did it. Thank you for helping me. Descendant. Thanks to you, the data was located. and I was able to restore my functions. Should my system be damaged again, bringing me into contact with another Ironheart is a fail-safe restoration method. However, should this prove to be impossible, there is an emergency restoration protocol put in place by the ancestors. By collecting particle elements from where the Ironheart was excavated, a similar contact environment can be created. This protocol can also be applied should the Ironheart be damaged. The Vulgus wanted to secure the ancestors' data to obtain this information. When I was separated from the Ironheart that the Vulgus seized was also damaged. The void erosions in the ruins likely occurred due to this damage. And Descendant, there is something else that concerns me. How did the Vulgus know that the Ancestors' facility had this information? The only entities that I can think of who would consider using the system restoration protocol are guides and ancestors. Unless there is an ancestor among the Vulgus. Wait. Descendant, I can sense vibrations. They feel very similar to a void erosion, threatening.
Void dimension link detected. A Colossus is approaching. I repeat, void dimension link detected. A Colossus is approaching. Classification type Grey Walker. All Descendants in Alpha, prepare for intercept battle.
Damn it! Why a Colossus now, of all the times? All personnel, prepare for an intercept battle.
Descendant, ever since Corral caused the void erosion with the Ironheart, the Colossi have become more active. According to my calculations, the expected point of arrival for this Colossus is at the Kingston border. The classification type is Gravewalker, just like the one you encountered at the ruins. That specimen was weaker due to the unexpected nature of the dimensional link. But things will be different this time. If this Colossus manages to enter Ingress, Kingston may be lost to us forever. We must intercept it in the Void Dimension before that happens. I will send you to the Void Dimension once you have finished your battle preparations. May the intercept be successful, Descendant. I am analyzing the Void Paradox. Have you completed preparations? Good work, Descendant. The Colossus was stronger than average, and you still achieved a resounding victory. However, as long as the dimensional wall remains open, the invasion of the Colossi will never end. Until the dimensional wall is closed, humankind will have no choice but to live with the fear of the Colossi. Descendant, securing the Iron Hearts and closing the dimensional wall, it isn't just to defeat the Vulgus. If we cannot stop the invasion of Ingress by the Colossi, there will be no hope for humanity. Remember your calling. I will focus more attention on monitoring the Void Dimension.
That was a job well done, Descendant. While you were intercepting the Colossus, the guide gave Enzo some important intel. It concerns the next operation, so head back to HQ once you're ready.